Hi. Sorry, I keep on saying hi. It's my thing. It's my welcome. Hi, who's anyways, he was screaming. Well, he wasn't screaming. He was demanding that I picked him up because he wants to be part of this. He saw the camera and the hat, and he's like, "Oh snap! She's gonna make a vlog. I better get in on this." I just wanted to say a quick thought that was running through my head as as my son jumps on me. Um, I want to talk about the mind. It's the most treacherous and amazing thing we've ever been granted as human beings. The mind can create things and inspire us and make us, happy and content and give us dreams and imaginations and make us annoyed with small children. But also, it can do the complete opposite of that. It can destroy you. It can cause destruction. It can cause, anxiety. And it's all from the brain. And this is nothing medical or anything. This is just my own personal experience with my brain. My brain feeds off of things, little things. Like, lately, my eyes have been bothering me. I've had vision problems since my seizures. I've seen orbs and floaties and stuff, and sometimes I don't know, I would get headaches behind my eyes and stuff, and just probably things my body's trying to adjust from the seizures were pretty traumatic to my body even. And maybe they're trying to adjust to that. I've been having allergy issues ever since I gave birth, and I guess that's a hormonal thing. I don't know. I've read that you have more allergies after giving birth because your body's different now. It's one thing they didn't tell me that before I was pregnant or while I was pregnant. Anyways, but lately, like for the past week, when I wake up, I can't open my eyes. Like, it's not like my eyes are all crusted out or closed or anything. It's just like my muscles, my eyes won't work. It's like I can sit there and go like that. And the first time it happened, I kind of freaked out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm paralyzed. And putting him down, he's probably going to cry. Maybe not. Look at the fishies. Look at the fishies. Fishies. He's such a ham. So, the first time, I freaked out. The second time, I was getting even more freaked out. The third time, I'm getting really annoyed now. Because, what the heck's going on? This is just completely random and scary. I should be able to open my eyes in the morning. And they'll open if I rub them. And then when I open them, they're really blurry and there's floaties and gunk everywhere. And it takes me a long time to get them focused. And don't ever look up things on the internet. Just don't. If you're really, really concerned, go to a doctor. Because with anxiety problems, you look up something on the internet, Google it, you will not be doing yourself a favor. I've diagnosed myself with MS, cancer, several different types of cancer. This is not just from the eye thing. This is throughout everything. I have diagnosed myself with so many things, like rare diseases. Rare diseases are rare. That's why they say rare diseases. A few people have them. And just because you have some of the symptoms, or seemingly all of the symptoms, but, you're not dying, doesn't mean you have them. And that's where your mind comes in. It tells you that, oh my gosh, you have this, you have this, you have that. But I still haven't died from all my diseases that I supposedly have. And I've come to the conclusion I probably have dry eyes from allergies and stuff. Or they say you could have excess oil on your eyelids, under your eyelids or something. Or whatever. I'm thinking I have dry eyes because your eyes, when you blink, it's like a small little shower for them. You give them moisture, but while you're sleeping, you're not blinking, so you're not giving them moisture. So, your eyelids just get stuck to your eyes, and it's just, some people just have chronic dry eye, and my eyes have been itching, and only time they water is when I rub them in the morning, and then they're all blurry and watery, because I think, it's like Niagara Falls. It's just like, oh, you're awake now, I can act like an eyelid again. So that's why I'm coming to the conclusion of that I'm not dying of some rare disease, I probably have dry eyes. But I've spent so many times worried, so much precious minutes of my life, scared about a disease that I didn't even have. And if I do have it, it's hiding pretty well. I am constantly, ever since, I had my thing with my son's birth, I've constantly been afraid of having seizures again. That's understandable. I've been constantly afraid of having a stroke, which could have happened, but, I'm 9 months postpartum. It's probably not going to happen. It could have happened while I was, in this seizure thing. But I'm constantly afraid that something's just going to happen right out of the blue. I'm just going to die, just keel over and die. People don't do that very often without underlying disease that's, should have been, I'm not going to be able to speak. I'm just getting too frustrated. You don't just keel over and die. You get sick, you go to the hospital, find out you have a disease, they try to fight it, you die. If they don't fight it quick enough, or you're not strong enough, or whatever, that's how it happens. It's not all of a sudden, oh, I don't feel good, and you die. At least not at my age, at 24. And I've tried to convince myself that, but I've worked so many years of convincing myself, you can die any moment, that it's hard to get out of that habit. It's hard to get out of that thought, something's wrong with me. Constantly in my head, something's wrong with me. It has to be something wrong with me. I never think, oh, I feel pretty good today. It's no, oh, it seems a little bit foggy in here. Let's Google that. Or, oh my gosh, my right knee hurts for a second. Let's Google that. And I have 10 diseases by the end of the day that's going on. That's just insane. And I know that's not normal. At least it's not what I want to be in my normal life. And I just want to tell you that that's all in here. If you are really feeling sick and physically sick and not just like scaring yourself into thinking that you're sick, I urge you to go see a doctor. I'm not saying every sickness is in your head, but with anxiety, a lot of it is. A lot of the self-diagnose is. I mean, I have, from my family history, I have diabetes, I have heart disease, I have cancer, I have like mental illnesses, all on both sides. So, I have a lot to look forward to as I go older. So, yeah, that weighed on my head, but if I take good care of my body, and if I put the good stuff in, like pizza, like last night, uh-oh, you fell over, uh-oh, you're okay. Why do I smell poop? Is it because I fed you? Is it because you ate squash? Did you poop? Yeah, I might have vision problems for the rest of my life because of my seizures. But I don't want the anxiety about my vision problems for the rest of my life. I've read that it's a normal thing. I've been told that it's pretty much normal. It will go away eventually, and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm just going to have to live with it. And it's not like terribly inconvenient. It's just a little bit, but something I can get used to. But I'm saying a lot of this stuff that you convince yourself, you're too scared, you're too afraid, it's all in your head. You really aren't. You are really not afraid of life. Your head is telling you you're afraid, so be in that little afraid bubble and don't go past it. Like I was talking about the walls. You don't want to go past the wall. You're safe behind the wall. You don't know what's behind there. But you push past the wall, you're like, oh my gosh, why have I waited all these years to go past the wall of anxiety? Because past the wall, there's like a whole party going on that I haven't been involved in because I've been too afraid. And it's ridiculous. You should not be afraid of life. I shouldn't be afraid of life. And I have this obnoxious fear that once I start living life, I am going to get a disease and just keel over dead. But I'd rather be happy throughout my life, get a disease and die, than worry all my life and never get disease, but live forever, not forever, but like a long time, and still be afraid every day that I'm going to die. Does that make sense? I hope I'm getting my point through. It was just a thought that was going through my head, and I needed to share it to somebody. I mean, my husband can hear me through the door, so, he doesn't understand. I'm just kidding. He's very very supportive man. And he watches all my vlogs, and he's a big #1 fan. Anyways, that was just a... Uh-oh, you fell down again! Oh! That was just a thought in my crazy head. But if you retrain your thoughts to positive, every time you have a negative thought, you stop and you say, oh wait, I'm going to rethink this, but I'm going to think it on a positive spin. Sooner or later, you're going to catch yourself thinking positively. It might not be instant. I'm not saying it's going to be instant, but it's going to be sooner. The moment you start thinking positively, it's going to be sooner than when you never start thinking positively. That didn't make sense. The sooner you start, the sooner you're going to get better. And that's all I have to say, because my son's going to get ticked off because it's late and he needs to go to bed. Actually, he needs a bath and go to bed. So that was just what I was wanting to say. So, guys, you're not going to die anytime soon, unless you get hit by a bus. Okay, I probably shouldn't say that, because if someone dies and then their family watches this, they will die while watching this video, and I'm probably going to get sued. Don't sue me. So, things will get better. It will. They just will. Because they're getting better for me, and I'm a horrible mess, so they have to get better for you. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.